My name is Joseph Irungo.
I'm the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Water and Sanitation. I take this opportunity to welcome you to my office for this interaction as we look forward to the celebrations of the World Water Day. The Ministry of Water and Sanitation has been undergoing reforms, and these reforms set in the year 2002, and that is when the old Act was enacted, the Water Act 2002, and therefore a couple of reforms were begun then. They have been ongoing until the year 2016, when a new act was enacted, the Water Act 2016, and that basically accelerated the reforms that had begun. We have a number of institutions that were in the old Act that have now been renamed. Our regional water boards have now been renamed to Waterworks Development Agencies. There are 8 of them currently. We have the National Water Harvesting and Storage Authority, which is a new body, which has been brought in by the new Act. And we have the Water Resources Authority. It changed from the Water Resources Management Authority, and a few others that have been brought on board by the new Water Act 2016. So the ministry is undergoing the reforms. We are in the process of changing some institutions and to align ourselves to that Water Act 2016, which was operationalized on 21st of April in the year 2017. So I would say the ministry is undergoing reforms. But they are reforms for the better. They are not reforms that should scare anybody. These are reforms that would enable us align ourselves with the Constitution of Kenya and the Vision 2030. That is those are the reforms that we are going through. Water itself is life, and being life, we have to make sure that everybody has access to it. Our Constitution actually classified water as a human right. Provision of water to Kenyans is a human right. We therefore do not want to leave anybody behind. We want to carry everybody on board and ensure that they have access to safe and adequate water. In the medium-term plan, we want to move the water coverage of Kenyans from the current 60% to 80%. On sanitation, we want to move from the current 25% to 40%. But eventually, by the year 2030, our projection is that we should be able to do 100% coverage on both water supply and the coverage on sanitation. So that journey, we cannot do it alone. We have to carry everybody on board, and we call upon all the stakeholders and partners to partner with us so that we can be able to ensure that water is achieved, water coverage and supply is achieved by that time. Some we are implementing through the government funding, a few we are implementing through donor funds, and I would just like you mentioned, we have the Mwache Dam, which is upcoming, to give 186 cubic meters of water daily to Mombasa County. We are just about to kickstart it in Kwale County. We have the Northern Collector Tunnel being done to bring water from Dakaine to Nairobi, to bring 140,000 cubic meters each day. And we have others. We have the Itale Dam, which is ongoing in Nakuru. We have the Dwake Dam in Makueni, that's upcoming, to provide water to residents of Machakos, Kitui and Makueni. And we have other smaller ones. We have other smaller ones coming up across the country. So I would say when we implement these projects, we shall be able to, that's why I say we need to move to 100% water coverage in the country. When these mega dams are put up and other small scale projects that we are doing, then we shall be able to make sure that water has reached Kenyans 100% by the year 2030. I think short is to call on support and from all the stakeholders. We have very many stakeholders that we work with. We work with the development partners. We work with the county governments who are actually overseeing the water service providers, and we call upon support on one another so that we can be able to achieve this. We want to showcase this in Kakamega when we go for the World Water Day on Friday. We have invited all the stakeholders in the water sector, and we would call upon all Kenyans to join us as we celebrate this international day. And I would call on those who can manage to come to Kakamega should come, but even those who won't be able to manage to come to Kakamega can also celebrate in their own way wherever they will be. But the motto is not leaving anybody behind, and that is what we want to demonstrate on Friday.